It's now time for Energy Insights, where you get an inside view and local perspectives of all the oil and gas progress going on in the Mid-Ohio Valley. This program is being brought to you by the Southeastern Ohio Oil and Gas Association and can be heard every Saturday at 9 a.m. on local radio WMOA AM 1490 and ESPN radio WJAW FM 100.9 and AM 630. It's now time for the show. Here's Johnny Wharf, your local host.
Energy Insights on a Saturday morning. Johnny Wharf along with Jim Javins. He comes to us from Mid-Atlantic Energy, a former president of SUGA and currently serves on the board. And this company is out of Midlothian, Virginia.
That's correct.
I can't say it, but my brother lives there. So that's already, we've got that connection working for us.
Good,
all right?
good.
All right. Talk a little bit about the business of storage in layman's terms as we go into these programs on Saturday mornings. We're trying to educate the folks of the Mid-Ohio Valley about the different aspects and the importance of the various industries that fall into the oil and gas.
Well, the natural gas storage is a vital part of the gas industry because you've got to have gas available on peak day periods in the wintertime. And to do that, we store it. And there are three different types of storage facilities in the country. The three main ones are a reservoir storage, which is simply old wells that are depleted, no longer in use, can't support any new gas. You can inject back into those wells, use existing wells, which is very economic, and store gas in them. And the reservoir storage makes up about 86% of the storage in this country, and it's kind of slow in and slow out, so to speak. You inject it slowly and take it out slowly. The second type is salt caverns. The old salt domes where they've manufactured salt, the salt beds. That salt cavern is really strong walls, like steel almost. That's about 4% of the storage in this country, and it's what a lot of us call huff and puff. You can blow it in quickly and take it out quickly, as opposed to what I said about the reservoir storage. And the third type is aquifer storage, where you go into some permeable rock, particularly in California and out west, and it's a little slower in, slower out. It's very high cost, so it takes a lot to do it. It's only 10% of the capacity of storage in the country because of the expense of it. But it does help those folks out in the west have some extra gas in storage because they don't have the production that we have here in the Northeast, in the Midwest, and in the South. In each of those storage type facilities, there's a certain amount of gas called cushion gas that you have to keep in that storage facility all the time to maintain the integrity of the cavern or the wells or the aquifers. And that gas never comes out. There was one time in history that I remember that one of the pipelines here, I think it was Columbia, allowed us to pull gas, some of the cushion gas out because it was so cold and the gas was needed and there wasn't enough. In today's market, with the Utica and the Marcellus, we're kind of the king of the gas here in the Northeast now. So we have a lot of production in the lines. We have all these storage facilities. Total storage in this country is about 4,700 billion cubic feet. So that's a lot of storage, and it's used in the winter. You inject it from April 15th to November, and you pull it out in November to April. And they give you a ratchet to put it in and a ratchet to take it out. The pipelines control that to maintain the integrity of all those storage facilities.
It's very, very interesting. Jim Javins with Mid-Atlantic Energy. So where are they? I mean, where are these facilities? I mean, and can we see them or, Well,
basically, you're looking at wells as you would driving up and down the interstate and seeing a well out in the field. They're just old depleted wells. There's 385 storage facilities in the country, and the reservoir storage is mainly here in the northwest or northeast. The salt caverns are kind of in the south and west, and then the aquifers is in California in that area. But you've got both salt cavern and reservoir storage, the main two types, in the Midwest and the Northeast.
All right. We always appreciate your insights. Jim Javins will be back to share more thoughts with us next week on Energy Insights. That'll do it for this week. Reminder to mark your calendar for April 19th and the Southeastern Ohio Oil and Gas Spring Membership Meeting coming up, celebrating 40 years. That'll be at the Shrine Club on April the 19th. Until next week, have a great day.
Thank you for listening to Energy Insights, brought to you by the Southeastern Ohio Oil and Gas Association. Tune in every Saturday at 9 a.m. on WMOA and ESPN Radio WJAW as Johnny Wharf brings you your local and inside perspectives of the oil and gas progress going on in the Mid-Ohio Valley.